Sharif here, co-founder of DFM and Business Consultants. Welcome to the Thursday Tech Talk. On this Tech Talk, I'm going to be talking about mindset, limiting beliefs, and overcoming hurdles. And these hurdles and these limiting beliefs are something that are always with us from day one to, it doesn't even matter if you're a millionaire already, you're always going to have these issues and these hurdles to overcome. So for an example, I think the biggest thing that stops people like maybe you or somebody from starting a business is the fear of failure. Like, we're so afraid that, we're gonna, spend $100 grand, starting this coffee shop or whatnot, to have it fail and then lose that investment, right? And it's a sad reality, but businesses cost money to start and they cost money to run. And so what a lot of people focus on is again, that fear of failure. What they should be focusing on is what happens, like, instead of focusing on what happens if it fails, is what happens if I succeed, right? We tend to look at all the negatives and not the positives. Not only that, but if you never start a business of any kind, what is the outcome from that action? You are going to work for somebody else to make them rich instead. You are going to be stuck going to a certain place at a certain time, 5 to 6 to 7 days a week to make money for your boss, okay? That's exactly what's gonna happen. And so, I was scared as shit when I started my first online business, but the biggest thing that drove me past that was I wasn't thinking, oh, what happens if I fail? I was thinking to myself, what's gonna happen if I don't start this online business? I'm gonna keep working. And I asked myself, I'm like, could I see myself, doing mechanical for another 40 years until I retired at 65? And I said to myself, fuck that. No, I'm meant for greater things. I want to travel the world and I want to spend my time the way I saw fit. Okay. So anyways, just give yourself some perspective. Your decisions and the choices you make all come down to your perspective and how you see something. And whether you like it or not, we can't change the way we think immediately. It takes time and it takes energy to slowly change the way you process things. So instead of changing the way you think, simply change your perspective and ask yourself specific questions, what it is that you want, how big of a priority is it to you that you achieve it, and how to make it happen, right? And just go for it. Fuck everything else. Fuck your fear. Fuck your insecurity. Get out there and make it happen. Now, fear of failure is a big one. Limiting beliefs are also another big one. Is people start businesses, and sometimes what a lot of us do is we actually self-sabotage ourselves. We purposely drop the ball so that we fail. And at the end of the day, the reason why I think that people do that is they don't truly believe in their mind that they deserve it, that they deserve to win, and that success is a possibility. There's hundreds, if not thousands of entrepreneurs out there that are now millionaires today. If you look at all of their backgrounds, most of them actually are uneducated. They dropped, some of them don't even have a high school diploma or any high school education. Some of them dropped out in elementary school. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh, that person's better than me or they're smarter than me, chances are you're wrong. What they have that you don't is drive, and they had desperation to take action to create the life that they wanted to live. Hustle and desperation, guys, are some of the most powerful tools to use to make you step outside of your comfort zone to do shit you've never done before. Because the fact of the matter is if you keep doing what you're doing, nothing is ever going to change for you. But if you're happy, well, then fucking keep doing it. You're winning. But the reason why I do what I do and I promote DFM and I promote coaching and I promote online business is because 95% of you guys out there are not doing shit you love. You're going to a fucking job that you hate so that you can pay your bills and die. That is a broken ass model, and it's a broken system. It's outdated. It's over 150 years old. Industrial revolution, school fucked it all up, whatever. Okay. Moving on. Now, this is one of the biggest hurdles that I struggle with today, and I still struggle with this, is it's not the fear of failure, because I've already made it. It's not so much limiting beliefs. Right? I'm always trying to push myself to the next level. The biggest thing that I struggle with, and actually I'm sure you struggle with it as well, is being comfortable. Okay? I coach a lot of people that never make over $100,000 a year at their jobs, right? Maybe you make good money. You don't mind what you do. This makes you comfortable. When you're comfortable, you don't hustle, you don't push, and you don't force change, right? So one of the biggest hurdles that I have is that, if you have 50, 100 grand in your checking account right now, and you don't work a job and you have your freedom and you can do what you love every day. It's summertime. Maybe you want to do patio drinks or travel or whatever that might be. That's great. But when you have that blanket, that comfort and that security, you tend to work, you don't work as hard, right? It's like, in my situation, I'm into online sales. It's like, oh, if I don't make sales for a year, I'm still paying my bills. And so it's that comfortability that is crushing my results. Right? It's that comfortability that's it's not allowing me to grow. I'm not pushing as hard as I used to because of that. And that's a fucking problem. Right? So it's really, really crazy how, 3 years going from, oh, I suck, I'm not smart, I don't know anything about online business, I'm probably going to fail, to then succeeding, and a whole other, fucking thing of problems comes your way and thoughts. And it's just really, really crazy how people can grow and how I grew. From being a complete introvert. I hated talking to people. I hated social media. My first video I ever made on my social media, I was sweating bullets, stumbling my words, to now being able to create videos like the one you're watching right now. Right? That just simply goes to show that despite how much I sucked when I started, you can become good at whatever you want to become good at. And I actually talked about this on a team call last night. It was about my tattoo artist. I said, have you always had a knack for drawing? And he said, well, no, I sucked when I started, but I started doodling a lot when he was, 12, 13, 14 years old or whatnot. And what he did was there was a picture of a rose, and he would draw this rose over and over and over again. And the first 20 times it sucked, but then he noticed improvement. It's through repetition and persistence that we become good at whatever it is that we're trying to become good at. And so, I've always had that mindset since day one. And that exactly was my mindset. I said to myself, I'm a heavy duty mechanic at the time. My first day as a mechanic, I sucked. I didn't know anything about mechanical. I was an apprentice. But after 4.5 years, you bet your ass, I became very, very good at mechanical and fixing dump trucks and being a mechanic, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I said, okay, well, I sucked when I was a mechanic to start. So what about online business? I know I'm going to suck super, super hard when I first start. But if I know that if I'm determined and I'm persistent and I put in the work, I'm going to become good at it and I'm going to succeed at it. And my dream was to lay my lazy ass on a beach and make 10 grand a week. Right? And I didn't care if it took me 5 years or even 10 years to make that happen. Shit, I'd be a 38-year-old millionaire. Fucking A. I was down for that. Luckily for me, I wanted success more than I wanted anything else. So I sat my ass down. I bled out of my fucking eyes. I would go to work 8 to 10 hours a day. I'd come home. Guess what I did? I didn't go out with friends. I didn't go out drinking. I didn't go out for dinners. I watched training and did research and learned the fucking skills, which is why I got so far so fast. Okay, guys? Do not limit yourself. You deserve to be successful. If there's something that you want in this life, go out and get it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. All right? Kelland, check me out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Much love.